like I used to talk to your kids, Dan. Uh, so and he didn't sell it. He didn't. He just looked at me crazy. Kept walking. Kept walking. Kept walking. I'm like, hey man, you keep coming close, it ain't gonna end the way you want. I start getting more serious with him to let him know, like, hey, this isn't what you want to do. He didn't look at me. He just kept moving forward. He gets up to the guardrail, and mind you, I come up close to him, like, listen, dude, if you cross this guardrail, I'm gonna knock you into the second row. It's just gonna happen. And he looks at me, and one leg goes over the rail, and the other leg goes over the rail, and he just stares at me. So I'm like, yeah, and just, I mean, what are you gonna do? I can't show the entire crowd that like I gotta uppercut you, man. I uppercutted this guy so hard, and then all hell breaks loose, dude. I mean, chairs are flying, people are getting yanked out of their chairs. All the wrestlers from around the ring are literally going to these guys. Two of them tried to leave and run out the door, but ended up getting drugged back in. And I mean, dude, it got so crazy. We call it the St. Paul's Riot because that's how I mean, there's people, there's chairs flying, ladies getting tossed out of their chairs, and it ultimately ended up we got them out of there, and they tried to like leave and run, like as far as like getting in their car and leaving, and the police were there, so they ended up like chasing and ended up pulling them over and arresting them. But it was the most insane night I've ever had whenever things got real. Now, there's other things that have happened recently with AML that were along the same lines, and I'm sure I can talk about it now. But this is when I was champion. Um, I was wrestling. It was actually the last day I was champion. I was wrestling Caleb Conley in Winston Salem in the fairgrounds, and it was a packed house. We had a bunch of people there, and there was a spot where we went to the outside of the match, and me and Caleb Conley are going literally up into the rafters and the stands, and we're fighting all over the place because it got changed to a no DQ match. And whenever I come back with him, back to where the ring is, I see George on the ground, George South on the floor, mind you. So in my mind, I'm like, and there's a dude on top of him, like he's got a guy with him locked up, like on the floor. And I'm like, well, we didn't call that. Like, what is this?